Right, alright guys, today we're just going to cover the video of us upgrading the reverse camera here. You can see that's the quality it currently is. I'll also drop it down so you can see the factory position in a second. I'll come back in so you can compare it to the old one. This is direct factory replacement. It's like AHD quality. It will not work with the original unit. You have to use an aftermarket one. Put the boot down there so you can actually see. And your aftermarket one has to be able to take AHD input. It won't work with the Saharas or the higher end 200 series that had the satin up the top. Even if you only got just a reverse camera, or if you had the 4 cameras, because they're going to a little box down there. So Sahara, I think it's just Sahara, it won't work with. We will hopefully come up with a new 360 camera for that sort of system. So here's our direct factory replacement. So you can see that's what it looks like here. The 200 series, and you can see in the 200 series here, it's going to go in there. So I'll let Torx to get these off, and then I'll explain the next step that is a bit of a pain. We've got to actually pop this inside trim off, but I will show that to you. So taking out those, it's a Torx 30-bit. In here, they've got these little clips that screw in. So I'll come through and I'll show you what we have to do next. So if you just get your hands in the edges here and pull down, you'll be able to pop off the trim. I go along the whole way just like this, and you'll be able to pop the whole lot off. I put your hands in close each time. Don't try and do too big a one, because you want to be kind of close to the clips when you pull them out, because otherwise the clips will snap or get stuck in there. And then the only bit that's a little bit hard is each side here. You kind of got to push this bit back in, and it pops out of here. And that should basically be this whole trim bit come off. So you can probably see those clips there. That's what we had to pop off. Now I'll try and get the camera in here so you can see what I'm talking about. So, sorry, it's just trying to work that out. See how good this thing goes when there's not much light. Oh, yeah, pretty good. So you probably can't see that, but there's 2 black clips either side. You can see they've got those little things pointing out on them. We've got to try and squeeze those in. So I normally get a pair of pliers from the top. I get them started to push them back through, and then I'll leave it from the other side of a screwdriver. All right, so that was actually my best one so far. So you can see what these clips are. They've got those 2 little things in them. So I actually put a plier on the back end, so in behind here, from obviously inside the trim. Then I got one of our trim tools on them, and as I was squeezing those tabs in with the pliers, I levered it with this. That was actually the easiest one I've done. These seemed a bit softer, some of them are super hard, but pliers from the back, lever from the front. If it is really hard, you can actually get a screwdriver and kind of stab it and try and lever these 2 pieces out. But then we just want to pull this plug out here, so push that down and pull that off. Then we just need to take the camera out. So these do feel a bit softer than some I've done, so I'm not sure if that was why. You got 2 small Phillips heads here. Just spin them out. 1, 2. Old camera will slide out like so. Our camera will slide in the same way, so you can see they do have a little head thing on them. Slide that in, fits in all how it should, and we'll put these 2 screws back in and we'll be away. Probably easier, these are quite small to put them in and get them started while they're still in. And that's the easier way to do it. If you get them in and then get them started, then you can just screw them the rest of the way in. So you wouldn't even be able to tell once this is in externally, actually looking at it, that it's a different camera. Now we do include some replacement ones of these in the kit. I haven't really munted or wrecked these too much, so I'm going to put the same ones back in and then go from there. If you did destroy them a bit, you could just use the ones that we've put in the kit. So grab this back into here, clip it in. Before you get too carried away, before you push it in, I would actually test it works. I'm pretty confident it's going to work. That'd be my downfall, but we'll go and check out how it all looks. Now, once you're in the car, obviously into reverse here, so we need to go all the way on, into reverse, you're going to get this sort of screen happening because the camera format's changed. 4 zeros into there. Change this to 1080p 25, I'm pretty sure. Let me check this out. There you go. So that gives you an idea from the camera pointing up how much better the quality is, and I will show you from it pointing down soon. Right, so we've put that down now. So there's an idea of your quality difference, fairly decent. Cool thing is too, when you're obviously backing up, when you go high def, you can, even though the camera's still off center, much easier if you've got a back up onto a Torx or a pin. So that's all that's done. You can see the camera's all in there. It looks exactly like the factory one. So all I did was I put the Torx screws back in. That's a T30. Screwed it back in, and I put that interior plate back on. The only thing to watch for is when you put this interior plate back in, tuck in these ends first, because this actually clips together, and then you would have pulled these out probably a little bit. These kind of have actually clips that go into this side, so you want to clip in this bit first, and then kind of lift this all up and then in, and then just like clip a couple in, and then go and do the other side, the exact same thing. And then once you got like both sides, and then you can go boom, 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 put all the clips back in, and you got a beautiful new camera in. Awesome.